So today we're doing a walk around and demonstration of this 2014 Chrysler Town Country with a Braunability EnterVan conversion. Let's see the VIN number right here. So the van itself is really clean and straight. You'll see new tires on it. No damage. Front end's in good shape. Just a clean, nice van for being 10 years old. So basically you will see here on how this is going to work on you basically can consider this red part here, the front of the van. So double tap this one, you're going to open this door right here. So you can open it and close it with this button. You can also open and close it with this button right here. I'll close it back up right quick. Now on this side, you've got your rear hatch, which again, double click the button. It'll flash at you, make a little noise so it doesn't run into you. While we're back here, kind of show you a couple things real quick. We've got a little storage right there. Your spare is underneath there. Jack and tools are all here. Now these seats will, if you pull this handle, they will fold forward. Gives you a little storage if you need to carry something heavy. Also, you can pull this strap and the whole thing flips up. You'll see the same thing you can do with the one over there. Now this one over here, when you flip it up, this is all your controls for the mobility stuff. Nothing you really ever will need in there, but if you do, they untuck this wing nut, all your controls are there. One thing you want to be careful is don't let anybody spill a gallon of water back here. Don't put anything so that they don't get this wet. But let's fold back down. Grab these. One thing I always get a lot of calls on is when you're setting these seats back up, they're gonna lock right here first, which is really straight up and down. So, but if you pull this handle down here, just again, they will go all the way back there. What's much more comfortable for the rider. Your headrests fold down. You'll see, you kind of want to leave them out of the way. This is how you release them right here. You have both of these up, can't really see out the back window. So pull that releases it. Now you'll see that button there closes your hatch. You'll see on this side, again, that's the front of the van. Push this one twice. It's going to open the door, kneel the van down. You'll see the whole van coming down a little lower, and then put the ramp out. Now, in case you're in an accident, battery's dead, anything doesn't work for some reason, you can always just manually pick this up or pull it out. You'll see it just spins the motor. Just do it slowly, don't do it real fast, and just let it fall back down. All of that, so you won't ever be stuck because you can't get in or out. So just one of the nice safety features that you have here. Now, in the back seat, you do have footrests here and here. They're kind of spring loaded, so they'll go back up out of the way. Over here, you do have a 110 plug-in here. I'll show you up in the front how you turn that on. USB ports here for your DVD players and video inputs for your DVD players here, and then just a regular charging for a cigarette lighter style plug. All that is right here. Now, you'll see here on this door, push this button, it's going to do the opposite of whatever the ramp is. So ramp comes up, kneel comes up, door's going to close. Because it's hot here right now, I'm going to open it back up. Now, one backup feature you have, so you get somewhere and say the ramp doesn't come up or the kneel doesn't come up. You have these two switches here. They do nothing but put the kneel up. You'll see the kneel will be going up right there. You'll see it's coming up. That puts the kneel up. This puts the ramp up. That's all they do. But it's your first kind of backup system. And you have to hold them completely while you're operating them. You'll see it brings it up. So it does bring it up, but again, push the button. It's gonna realize it's all up. It'll just close the door. Your easy lock is here. If you're not gonna use this, keep it tripped like that. It'll keep it from buzzing at you up in the front. This red button is actually what releases it. You'll see if I push the red button, that's gonna release. That doesn't work if the van is running. It's just a safety feature. Again, if you're not gonna be using it, I'm just gonna trip it like that. Basically make it think there's something in there. Otherwise, every time you crank the van, it tells you that your chair's not locked. And I'll show you that again. I'll show you that feature when we're up front. So while we're here, I'm gonna show you, there's a little button back here. Again, put the ramp down, open the door, kneel the van. So you've got the ability to do all of those things from the remote, this button, that button right there, and then also this button right here on the dash, and the factory button on the roof. And I'll get to all that in just a minute. So this is your transfer seat. Now, one thing about your transfer seat, I will show you. So you'll see you have your remote control here. Oh, no, it goes here. So you'll see you have forward, backwards, up and down. Now, if the van is running, you're gonna hear this annoying beep. That's saying, hey, your seat's not all the way forward. See that little gap down there? Now, the one thing about this is a safety feature. It does not work with the van running. That keeps you from driving down the road and your grandkids, hey, what does this do? And all of a sudden you're spinning around backwards. You do have an override switch right down here. You can push that. Now I can drive the seat forward, turn it back off, and you see the beep went away. Again, there's a safety feature. So when you're driving the van, the seats should be all the way forward, all the way down, and all the way to the left. So make sure all three of these are done, and you actually adjust the seat to where it's comfortable for you with the factory switches. So this is basically just for transferring. So I'm gonna turn this back off. We're gonna put this seat back. We're going to rotate it to the right. You'll see those factories, oops, key in the way. Your factory seats here, that's what you make the seat comfortable with. This is just simply to get in and out. Again, I'm not sure if you've been using this. So let's turn it back to the left. That's it. Only goes to one place. Down makes that noise when it's all the way down. And then when we go forward, it just stops again. So you can always tell when it is. Kind of like that there so you don't lose it. So we're gonna turn the van back on real quick. Again, this button here, same thing. It's gonna do an opposite. It'll put the ramp up, close the door, undo the kneel. If you notice all of a sudden your kneel quit working, this is the on-off switch for the kneel. You'll see it's on currently. Real easy to get bumped being way down here. If all of a sudden you notice your van's not kneeling anymore, this is the likely culprit. Somebody's bumped into it, got turned off and don't even know it. Just flip it back on, everything goes back to working. All your controls are here. You'll see you do have two glove boxes. We did get the inspection done, so it has passed emissions and everything like that here in Texas. You'll see that right there. Obviously, you'll have to do the brake check over there. You got two glove compartments and all. You're gonna see, your mirrors are here. Now, last way to open it, your factory button does it too. Also, your rear hatch, just push it. Once it starts beeping, you can let go and push, and this button over here works. So we're gonna close everything back up. Back up in the back, and we'll close this one up. This is your child safety lock. All of a sudden everything quits working. This is probably, again, the culprit. Somebody pushes it, nothing happens, they don't know what they did. But if you turn this off, all of a sudden you'll see that the back windows quit working and everything also. So just something to remember. Built-in garage door opener, just have to program yours to it. the windows. You'll see everything works. Back windows down, up. Those are automatic. Automatic headlights, just leave it there all the time. Push in for the fog lights, interior lights. This is the control for that easy lock on the floor. If you get in and it's beeping, you'll just, there's a little red button on this end right here. So if you get in and somebody has played with it and it's tripped it and it's beeping at you, just push this little red button here on the end. This is what this, again, this is what would trip it, but again, the van's running, so this is not gonna do anything, so you don't have to worry about it. But again, this is a big thing to know if you get in and it's beeping at you. See this little red button here? Just push that, it'll be quiet. Hand controls are here. I know you're not gonna use them, but basically brakes forward, gas is down. Very simple there. I'm 6'4", as you can see, it doesn't interfere with me. Your feet, it's mounted way above, so your feet aren't in the way, your feet aren't gonna hit anything. But it's really not in the way, so it's not a big deal to just leave it. And radio controls are on the back side of the steering wheel. Cruise control, or cruise control's over here. This is all your stuff for in the dash. You'll see, you can go through and look at everything here, whether you want the doors to lock, that kind of stuff. All that's in the dash. And then your Bluetooth for your phone is here. Your menu for everything is here. This is your rear entertainment system. Everything here. Do have DVD player here. Remotes up here in the roof. DVD players right here. For the DVD, you just push that load button there. That's where your DVD goes there. Front and rear, left, right, and rear air conditioning. This is where you turn your inverter on. So the plug I showed you in the back, if you need to power it up, you push that button, it turns orange. That lets you know your inverter's working. Do have still cup holders here, cigarette lighters there. So that's kind of everything there. One thing more I want to show you. Again, we're going to open this up real quick. Also here, and your mirrors are here. Your rear vent windows are here. You'll see that's going to open those windows all the way in the back. You live in Louisiana, it's so hot over there. You just ride around with air conditioning on. Nobody uses vents really anymore. We do have a little sunglasses case and a little mirror so you can watch the person in the back. If you decide you want to take this seat out, what you will do is, first thing you want to do is put the seat to the front. So to take the seat out, you will unscrew this right here. It has a little ring on it. It's going to unscrew and go right there. This is so you don't break it, run over it, anything like that. To take the seat out, you'll simply step on that right there. A little tricky to do with the phone, but basically you will step and lift up. That locks in, the whole seat just rolls right out. You'll see it roll right out. Put it back in, you kind of let it drop in. Step on this side here, it will pop back in, and that's it, it's locked back in. We'll take this. Again, this says top on it, only goes one way, only goes in one way. A little collar at the front, you screw it in. That's all there is. Now, your belts here, the way these work, as long as they're all the way in, you just grab them and they come out. And they ratchet in. You push this red button to release them. So say, I got it all the way in, I pull it out, I hook it to the chair, I tighten everything up with these ratchets, I'm ready to release it, I push the red button, that lets it go in and out. So that's the way these two work. If you need to move them, you'll see this handle right here. You just pick up on it and slide the whole thing when it comes right out. To put it back in, you just basically line up the holes, slide it till that pops in. That's how you adjust that. These in the back, it's kind of basic same thing. Pull up on that. Again, these works much better with two hands. You just slide it like that, put it back in. Again, line up the little gold holes. I know you can't see that really well, but there's not a lot of room there. To adjust these, You open them up right here. Those open up. You'll see the slack here. You can shorten these or lengthen these, whichever you need to do. Then you just flip this over. Then you'll just flip this over to close it. That'll click in. Basically what you want to do is you hook these so they're kind of loose on both sides. Hook these in the front and use the ratchets on that to tighten everything up. This is your seat belt. So these 4 straps, this one, this one, this one, and this one, that's what holds the wheelchair. Your regular seat belt, you're going to see again, you can adjust it. It just hooks into the seat belt here. So you want to wrap around. Now, the one thing I always have to tell people, be sure to adjust this so it sits down nice and low on their hip. I have people coming in and the seat belt's here and the shoulder harness is over here, and that doesn't work. Make sure this is just like it is like on your regular seat, down nice and low on their hip. I hook these up just so they're not back here rattling. Headphones for your DVD player, so if the kids are watching SpongeBob, you don't have to listen to it. The rest of these are just little storage compartments. So that's everything in here. Any questions at all, just let me know.